When I was 16, I found myself unable to run, and it was the first sign of a condition. And over time, I started getting other symptoms. This consultant sat me down and said, "Oh, you've got ankylosing spondylitis. And based on the state you're in at the moment, I would reckon that within 10 years, you'll be in a wheelchair." I was completely bowled over by the whole thing. I mean, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I spent the next 3 years on crutches. I then was using a walking stick for 2 years. And what occurred to me was the fact that this was going to be a slippery slope and it was going to get worse. I look back at those 5-6 years and think, actually, you know what? I was actually depressed at the time and I didn't see hope. And so I started devising my own ideas about what it meant for me in my life. You know, the idea of being in a wheelchair in 10 years' time really didn't work for me. There was never a moment where I suddenly went, if I do this, it works. The thing about managing a long-term condition is there's no such thing as instant gratification. You have to play the long game constantly. I mean, I have goals, I have a plan the whole time, and I can't remember the last time I stuck to it. But actually, the important thing is to have the plan in the first place. When I started running, it was on mountains. It was just about managing the condition. Hopefully, you know, holding off any advancement of it. Over time, it changed to discovering that the running was starting to work. I have this good pain, bad pain thing going on. AS, I can't control the pain from that. I have it all the time, every day. And, you know, standing here now, I can feel it. You know, it's just one of those things. And then I have good pain. I run, I create good pain by doing that. And it helps rationalize the bad pain for me. It puts it in perspective, but also to some degree it masks it because I'm creating this pain which is mine, I can own it. My wife thought I was just getting more and more addicted to exercise and I was getting frantic about it, but then she doesn't even realise it's a pain management thing. And my wife now kicks me out the door and says, go and get a run in. Without my wife understanding what I'm going through, it would be a very lonely place. And the fact that, you know, so often I say I'm fine and I know I'm not, and she knows I'm not, is a really big deal. Acknowledging AS as part of my life has been a big thing. Then understanding the way in which I manage my AS has given me a structure to my life, which has been very powerful too. I started embracing the ways of dealing with it, and I found that with doing that, it was opening up new opportunities. I have launched a business, I've traveled places. It has enabled me through the fundraising I've done to start supporting other people with AS, which has been amazing. I've got to the point now where I'm balancing things, I'm juggling the condition with life. It changes your perspective. It becomes about achieving those long-term goals. Now, I have AS doesn't have me. You know, I completely believe that. So my plan is that I am not going to be beaten by the condition.